Welcome everybody. I'd like to dedicate this song to my little buddy I lost, Archie. Um, he loved to go for a ride in cars and just loved being next to you. So at the end of this lesson, I have a little video that I'm going to put on the end. Archie was a little overweight, but it shows you running, and he was so damn cute with those floppy ears, and he ran just a little cocked. So it was real cute. So I did find that video. So that'll be at the end of this. Like I said, this song just felt really appropriate. Tracy did a beautiful job. Just haven't heard much from her in the last few years. But at the Grammys, she really knocked it out of the park. So great song, very approachable. As always, my tab will be right below so you can download that. Capoed at the second fret, but we are in standard tuning. So put your capo on the second fret there. I will speak to the capo as 0. So this would be a C, this would be a G chord. We're going to speak relative to that capo, okay? So the song starts out, we're going to pick on the 5th, the 2nd, and 3rd string. 2nd and 3rd will be open. We'll be on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And what we do is hammer in to that 2nd string at the 1st fret. Now I saw, and you see me doing 2 fingers into a C form. I noticed Tracy did that also live in the Oscars. There's some really good video if you look it up of her. You can really see how she plays this in the intro. And there is a little note sequence in the intro that I'll speak to that she skips. But anyhow, so we're hammering into the 2nd string 1st fret as we pluck the open 2nd and 3rd along with the 5th string 3rd fret. And then we play them open on the 2nd and 3rd. Then we're going to grab a G chord, all right? We only really have to worry about, I just used my pinky, the 2nd string again, and we're going to worry about the G string, or the 6th string, I'm sorry, up at the 3rd fret. So this would be like a G chord, but we're going to pluck the 6th string and the 2nd and 3rd again. And so we move from the 5th to the 6th string. It's the only time we really do that in this song is right up here. All right, and then we'll pluck the, keep your fingers there, we're going to pluck that 2nd string 3rd fret and then the open 3rd. Then we move this form up 7 frets on the 5th string and 8 frets on the 2nd string, and we'll keep that 3rd string open. We're going to pluck those 3. Then we move this form back, but we just drag our finger a half step from the 8th fret to the 7th fret on the 2nd string, but our 1st finger on the 5th string is going to go back a full step to this 5th fret. All right, so it'll be at 5 and 7, and we pluck those same 3. And then we pluck the 2nd, just holding this position, 2nd string, and then 3rd. So we have this so far. We'll repeat the first half. And we come again to this, and it's just like the first time through. Now in the intro, this 3rd time through, she does some notes. So watch what I do, and then we'll go over it. All right, we'll just stop there. That set, or that half measure, she didn't do live at the Grammys. She just kept playing through the other section through 4 times. But in the recording, this is there. So when we come up to that 7th fret on the 5th string, I tend to use my pinky, but for these notes, it's better if you use your middle finger because you're going to stretch that 2nd string from 8 up to 10. Back to 8. All right, so we have this. First half is just like the intro. All right, and then we're going to do this. Then we move this back, but we're going to go just a half step, not a full step with our pinky. So instead of going 8 to 10, we're going to go 7 to 8. And then back to the first set. Then we start the verse and she starts singing. So again, I wrote this out that'll really help you. So what we do different in the verse is just one extra pluck when we get up to the 7 and 8. The extra pluck will be on the 2nd and 3rd strings. We'll be doing. All right, and it's like I said, it's enough your ear hears it and it flows along with the vocals. So the intro, it's really 2 measures long and 4 sets of these. So it starts just like we have. And then we pluck that 2nd and 3rd string again. And then, of course, I'm doing it a little more pronounced. But then we move back to our position here and pluck just like we normally would with the 7 and open. And then we are to what I'm going to call interlude 1. Interlude 1 is basically the intro. There's no extra pluck on the 8 when we get to it. So it's 2 times through, but without the pluck on the 8. Okay, we do that again. That's interlude 1. We'll have another verse. We do that interlude again after verse 2. And then we go into verse 3 and another interlude. So there's 3 verses and 3 interludes. After interlude 3, we are into verse 4. Verse 4 is shorter. It's only 1 measure long. So we're going to do basically the lick twice. And then we're into another interlude. So there are 4 basically verses and interludes before we get to the first chorus. She's into verse 5. All right, so like I said, our chords are C to G, E minor, and D. All cowboy chords up here at the first position. All right, so it's more of a down, up, and she lets this breathe. Watch her play this because they focus in on her during the chorus, and you can really see her play this. Now here's our quarter measure C to E minor. Quarter or a half measure C to D. So when she goes back in, she's right back into the finger picking. So watching her live, she doesn't use a pick. So after our chorus, we have another interlude. So this will be our 5th interlude leading into verse 5. Verse 5 is just as long. Now, after verse 5, we have interlude I'm calling B. So interlude B, the only difference is we're going to do those notes. All right. So just like we did the intro in that second measure, all right, we're kind of taking this in the intro. We've got the first measure with two straight, and then the second measure starts out with the notes and then goes back to straight plucking. We're taking the middle too. So we're going to start out with the plucking and then the notes. So the interlude will sound like this. And then we come back from that to chorus 2. All right. And after chorus 2, we got another interlude, just like we've done the first ones. I'm calling it interlude A. All right. Verse 6, interlude A again. Verse 3, interlude A again. I'm sorry, chorus 3, and then interlude A again. So my notes will help tremendously playing through this because there's not a real specific pattern. Matter of fact, I think, yeah, verse 7, which is after I mentioned the interlude I just spoke of, verse 7 short again. And that shortness takes us to the outro. All right. So the outro, we're going to do measure 2 of the intro. We're going to start with the notes. And we're going to end with the picking. And then just end on the G. All right, so let's play the outro together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the song. So I really hope you guys enjoy. And here's the Archie video. I miss him so much. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay.